You know, oftentimes when I come on here and make a video, many of my videos, if not all, has like a negative aspect to it. In other words, it's always talking about a negative situation or a person. Most of the time, situation. I try to stay away from people in my videos, right? But a lot of y'all might say, man, every time this dude come on here, he's always pointing out negative stuff doing life. And I gotta ask y'all a question. How many of y'all have more positive interaction in your life than you do negative? How many of y'all look at the world today and say, wow, man, it's great to be alive. It's great to be living here in the United Snakes of America amongst these reptilians that's ruling the world, because life is good. You know, it's good for me to have a job where I got to get up every fucking morning and go to work like a slave program. You know, you spend more time at work than you do at home, even with your family. How many of y'all like that lifestyle? How many of y'all can honestly say that you don't mind spending another 50 years living the way you're living, in the conditions you're living in today? And this is why most of my videos are negative, because we're living in hell. This is hell. Hell is a condition, family. I know many of y'all Christian was brought to believe that there's a fiery pit that's going to burn for eternity. What if I was to tell y'all that's all make-believe? What if I was to tell you that this unquenchable fire that they're referring to is actually a place, right? Somewhere where they refer to it in the Middle East. It's a fire that never quenches. It's a place that they literally take bodies to burn. Okay? That's where hell is called Guyana. It's not what they interpret in church, right? What they tell y'all in the Christian church, that if you don't believe in Jesus or accept him as your personal savior, you're going to burn in hell. It's a lie. Because first of all, who have been to this place and came back and can testify that this place exists? What if I was also tell y'all that this whole hell concept came from a play, a Roman play, or it was actually, they refer to it as a poem called Dante Inferno. Look it up, Dante Inferno, where you had this Roman playwright created this poem. They call it a poem, but it's a play, where they talk about this 3 different or 4 different levels of hell. And to spice it up, to put a Hollywood twist on it, they talk about unquenchable fire. Okay, family, we have been deceived. So because of this, we live our lives programmed by the religious institution, telling you have to talk a certain way, dress a certain way, act a certain way in order to please some character called Jesus. You know, notice in every video that I make, I always talk about this religion called Christianity. You know what I'm saying? So the question again I have to ask y'all, how many of y'all, at the raise of hand, would love to continue living the way you're living, in the condition that you're in, the lifestyle that you have, and you can say, man, I would not change a thing? How many of y'all have more positive interaction with people than negative? Now, for the most part, if you are a positive person, yeah, you're going to have, because you're going to look at everything as being positive, right? You're going to look at the glass half full. Many of us look at the glass half empty and shit. Wish it could be more, right? Wish our lives could be better. We could have more substance to our lives, including myself. So I've taken notice that many of these people nowadays, it appears that they're losing their minds. There's a passage in the Bible says in the last days, I'm going to paraphrase, it says men's heart was going to become desperately wicked. And I often say to myself, okay, how are they able to even come up with this prophecy? Could it be possible that they are going to make this shit occur? Like when they said there's rumors of wars, right? People say, oh my God, see the revelation, you know, it prophesied it's going to be. Do y'all know that it's been rumors of wars even before our ancestors were alive? Do y'all know that rumors of war has been going on even back in the biblical days with David and Goliath? There was rumors of war. So it's nothing new. So I wouldn't even use that as an example to say, well, that's a good prophecy. Then when it says, okay, knowledge is going to be increased. Okay, that's a good prophecy, because the knowledge definitely has been increased. Technology have been increased. Our knowledge have been increased, who we are, to realize that we are not Gentiles. We, so-called black people, not all of us, because not all skin folks or kin folks, right? But they had told us a lie that those people over there calling themselves the Ish people, you know who I'm referring to, calling themselves the chosen people are the people of the Bible. And all along, you Christians have to buy into the shit, the notion that these people are actually the people of the Bible, when in reality, we are the people, we are the chosen people, because we disobey the law, statutes, and commandments, and the dietary law. The Most High put these heathen over us, right? And they have stolen our identity, just like how they go all over the world and steal identity. They conquer by force, by murder, rape, pillage, and then they put their stamp and they say, okay, now they basically assume the identity of the people that they have conquered. But I've noticed that a lot of our people, right, not just our people, because I really don't care about the other nation, but primarily our people, we are like bugging out. People are losing their minds. People are becoming more violent. Men's heart have become desperately wicked. And I'm asking myself, why? Now, I'm not saying that, people wasn't violent 20, 30 years ago, but I'm just saying, I'm looking at the trend, how people are just short-tempered. There's no more customer service anymore. The inflation is high at a high time, at a high, right? And I'm saying to myself, like, is this shit going to get better or is it going to get worse? For me, it's going to get worse, right? Because I can't see where our condition is getting better. And I said to myself, could it be that pokey poke that many of y'all have taken that's causing y'all now to act a certain way? A lot of y'all, I'm sure, can contest to me that if you have taken the pokey poke, you are absent-minded, you're forgetting a lot now, right? A lot of y'all are being sterile and shit. It's just a lot of things, family, that's been happening since this pandemic occurred. And again, I make videos. It appears that everything I talk about on my channel is negative, but because we're living in hell, we're living in a negative world. You can't talk about positive shit. Now, I know when you go to church as a Christian, you try to put on the front and act like, oh, everything is going to be all right because the pastor tell you what you want to hear. And like I always tell y'all, family, and if I haven't said it before, I'm going to say it now. The person you see in church, the person you meet at work every day is not that person. It's not their real self. Because when they come to church and when they come to work and when they go to the club, they put on a different persona. They put on a different identity. How many of y'all ever go to the club and see a beautiful woman, right, dressing real nice hairstyle, nice outfit, beautiful makeup, and then when you get with her and let's say, let's say you decide to date this woman, and then maybe a week or two or even a month later, you see her in a natural form, you be like, damn, is this the same person that I met? Because see, when you met this person, you was attracted to that person in the makeup, the weave, the wig, the nice outfit. You wasn't attracted to that natural person. You was attracted to the superficial person. So I always tell my kids, right, my daughters especially, listen, the nigga that you meet on the street with the nice car and the fly outfit, the Jordans or whatever, that's not the true person. You have to know the person for themselves. You know what I mean? Because a lot of y'all women are deceived because some man come to y'all and give y'all a compliment. Then next thing you know, y'all start to feed that compliment because you want more compliment. And what you're doing now, you're misleading this individual because now he's thinking that you're feeling him, you like him. Because, every time you see him, you want to hear more about your beauty, more about yourself. And then, so guess what happened? You start to feed the fire. And then this man get the wrong idea that you like him. When in actuality, you just like the compliment he was given. Then now he pushes himself upon you, you reject him, and then next thing you know, he'll assault you or worse. You know what I'm saying? Family, I'm telling you, family, we are living in a fucking, how should I put it? We're living in a play, and everybody got a script to play. Everybody got a script for this part in this play called life. Everything we see around it is not real. When I say not real, I'm not saying it's not physically there, but it's all organized. It's all orchestrated. Even advertisement. They bombard you every day with an advertisement because they want when you decide to go purchase that item, you consider this individual, right? The car commercials. They bombard us. They literally call it television programming. So they're telling you the shit the television is programming your ass. But because a lot of us, we just, we're so clueless, we just let shit go over our heads. That's why I don't watch the TV. I hate watching TV. If it's not about survival or about current news that's happening now. I don't even watch the news anymore because a lot of it is propaganda. You know what I'm saying? They programming us. They want us to be always in fear and shit, you know. And I guess my challenge is the same way, because when I talk about shit, it's always for y'all to just think about, you know, what is really happening, not what they're presenting to us. But family, again, can you see yourself living the way you were living in the condition? Now, some of y'all may like the way y'all living. They may love your lives, but if you have to work 9 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours in some cases to have this big home, to have this nice car, to have this big bank account, it's all superficial. It's all a lie. Because in reality, the bank got your money. You don't have the money. The bank, it's in the bank. The bank got that shit. They using that money, allocating to other people. You know what I'm saying? It's only when you go to the bank and you say, I want to take out a loan, and you only take another portion of that money that you got saved out there. You don't own that shit. You don't own the car that you have. You don't own the motherfucking house that you got to pay mortgage on, because mortgage means death. You know, the morgue, when you go to the morgue, you see it represents death, right? So that's what a mortgage is, death. So, and that's why they call it a debt. I'm in debt. I'm in debt to a mortgage. Yeah, you dead. You in debt, nigga. You're going to be dying paying that motherfucking mortgage off. So really and truly, family, yes, my channel, unfortunately, yes, it brings forth a lot of negative content, is because we're living in a negative world. This is hell. This is why when you look up in the sky, you see that blue dome that encase us, right? That basically we're enslaved to. We can't leave that dome. All the shit that they talking about that they went to the moon. Let's say they did go to the moon. Why they never been back to the moon? Why is only in the 70s the technology was accessible? Why they can't go back? Why they never been back after the 70s? Because they never left the motherfucker. You cannot leave this hell. Because up above is heaven, down below is hell. According to the story, Lucifer got kicked out from up there, came here as a form of punishment. We're living down here, which means that we are fallen angels as well, living in a physical existence, having a physical experience. Shalom.